Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of the World's Strongest Man final. Now we've got the max dumbbell this morning, and then we've got the bust pull, and then we've got the iconic Atlas stones. Today we're going to find out who's going to win the World's Strongest Man 2023. Now, the first event is a max dumbbell, and they're starting with 242 pounds. So to get it to the shoulder, it's this huge dumbbell, literally like the handles are the size of Coke cans. Got to get out to the shoulder, and then with one arm, they're going to press it above the head, and we're going to hold it for a couple of seconds until the referee gives them the down signal. Now, 242 pounds is a ridiculous weight to put above your head as it is. It's like 105, 110 kilo. But we're going all the way up. We're going like 5 kilo jumps, 10 kilo jumps. The athletes can pick whatever weight they want to go up, all the way up to 150 kilo. Sorry, 151 kilo for a new world record. So that's the aim of today, is the world record 151. And then after that, they've got another dumbbell, 155 kilo. And I can't describe to you the size of this dumbbell. It is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my career as strongman. I, in my honest, humble opinion, I think that no one's going to press it. And that's just me being very realistic. If someone presses that, they deserve every ounce of respect in the strongman industry from absolutely everybody, because it is just insane. I just tried to pick up to my chest. It's just ridiculous, just the size of the thing. I don't even know how they're going to get it up to the shoulder, yet alone press it. So this is going to be a bit of fun today. Okay, the points and the athletes coming into the second day of the World's Strongest Man final. Got in first place Mitchell Hooper on 25 points. Second, Alexei Novikov on 24.5. Third is Tom Stoltman with 24. Fourth is Trey Mitchell with 22.5. So there's only 2.5 points between first and fourth place. So this is really tight going into the dumbbell. Fifth is Evan Singleton on 15.5. Brian Shaw in sixth on 14.5. Pavlo Kordiaka on 14. He got a really bad event on the shield carry. Should have won it. Ended up coming sixth, so that cost him big time there. Matthew Ragg in 8th place, 11.5. Luke Stoltman in 9th on 8, and then Jaco Schoenwinkel in 10th place on 5.5 points. So, a little bit of predictions for this. I think someone like Alexei Novikov is probably going to win it, in my humble opinion. I think Brian Shaw is going to be right up there as well. Probably might even be a tie on that. I think Mitchell Hooper as well, and even Pavlo. It's just such an explosive athlete. So this is going to be a bit of fun, and I'll be, as I say, if anyone presses that last dumbbell, they deserve every little bit of respect from everybody in the world forever and ever and ever. Right, guys, we'll get stuck into this, and I'll be back with the results in a second. Right, I'm just going to grab a few words with the crowd. Just there's a guy here with a really nice hat. Have to have a word. Hello, sir.
Hello, Eddie.
How are you?
I'm doing excellent. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. I've got to say, man, that is an amazing hat. Did you get it locally, or have you brought it with you?
I brought it with me. This is official Wisconsin cheese right here.
I'm actually quite jealous. I need one of these cheese hats in my life.
Get your own. No.
Who are you coming here to support today, buddy?
So obviously we got Brian Shaw. Last year competing. Biggest fan ever since he started, ever since I was a little kid watching, from Bill Kazmaier to Mark Philippi up till, you name it, a list of guys that have come and won this for Americans. And then got Brian Shaw, who's just been rocking it for the last, 15 plus years.
Yeah.
But secretly, I'm a Thomas Evans fan. I'm a lifelong Packers fan, obviously. I know Thomas was up there trying out with the Packers.
Yeah, okay.
But to be honest with you, all the strong men that come here and compete, how can you not love guys like, you get Mitch Hooper that's come out here, yourself. You coming out here in 2017 winning it. And all the guys that come out here give it their all.
Awesome, man. Thank you. So Brian Shaw for the win.
He's going to pull her off, I think.
Okay. Well, there you go. You heard it from the cheese man. We'll see you soon. Right then, guys, that's the dumbbell done. That was really interesting to watch.
Now has a
In joint first place was Mitchell Hooper and Evan Singleton, both of them hitting 140 kilos. So that's 309 pounds. That was absolutely insane. Evan and Mitch had a right good battle then. That was great to watch. Now tied in third place is Pavlo Kodiaka, Alexei Novikov, Luke Stoltman and Tom Stoltman. That is very bad news for Alexei Novikov and Tom Stoltman. So they share points. So they only get 6.5 points compared to Evans and Mitch's 9.5. Tied 7th place is Mitchell Hooper, Matthew Ragg and Brian Shaw. They only managed 125 kilo. And then Jaco Schoenwinkel has withdrawn, didn't manage a single dumbbell. So the points overall going into the bus pull. The bus pull's the next event. It's a really heavy bus pull, and I know they've let the tyres down on it as well to make it even harder. So this is going to be a really interesting one. In the lead still is Mitchell Hooper on 34.5, Alexei Novikov in second on 31, Tom Stoltman on 30.5, and Trey Mitchell back on 25.5 in fourth, fifth Evan Singleton on 25, sixth Pavlo Kodiaka on 20.5, Brian Shaw in seventh with 17.5, Matthew Ragg and Luke Stoltman in joint 8th with 14.5 points, and then Jaco Schoenwinkel 5.5 is now withdrawn, I believe. So that first three, so we got Mitchell Hooper, Alexei Novikov and Tom Stoltman. There's 4 points dividing those. Hooper's in the lead by 3 points over Novikov, and then half a point behind is Tom Stoltman. You've got to think of the events coming up. So we've got the bus pull. I mean, Alexei Novikov won the bus pull last year. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot heavier this year. I think it's going to suit the bigger guys. I don't think Alexei's going to win it again, but he's proved me wrong quite a lot in the past. Tom Stoltman is a phenomenal bus puller. Mitchell Hooper, this is where the experience comes in. He's not had much experience pulling trucks. He didn't do too well last year. He hasn't really got the body weight of like Brian and Tom. So this is going to be an interesting one. I mean, you look at who's like one of the best like vehicle pullers on the planet, Matthias Kaliskowski, one of the lightest athletes, but definitely one of the best because of his just that low down raw torque, that technique. Is Pavlo Kodiaka going to be one of those guys as well? It's going to be really fun to see this unveil. So bus pull next. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Right then, guys, the bus pull has just gone. It was a £51,000 bus pull, and as you can see now, Matthias Kaliskowski did the test run with this, and he hit 31 seconds. So that gave us a good idea. He is the best in the world at bus pull. That gave everyone a good idea what we're going to expect. And going off the back of what Matthias did, it was pretty much spot on. So, in first place was Mitchell Hooper, and he did it in 30.24 seconds. Second place was a tie between Evan Singleton and Tom Stoltman. They both hit 32.27. Now, I believe they're in the TV truck, watching the footage back with a stopwatch. They're going to time them both to the millisecond, not the 0.1 second, to the absolute millisecond. And they're going to split that, I believe. If not, I think tied second place. I don't think that's ever happened before in the history of any strongman contest I've ever done. But there you go. So that could change. But at this point, it's tied second for Tom and Evan. So they are on 8.5 points each. Third place was Pavlo Kodiaka, as expected. Just such a arrow straight athlete, a bit like Matthias Kaliskowski. Fifth was Trey Mitchell with 32.4. Sixth was Brian Shaw with 32.6. Seventh was Luke Stoltman with 32.8. You see what I'm saying here? I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 athletes on 32 seconds. 7 athletes within a second of each other, all finishing 0.1 of a second between some of them. That's like from now to now. That's how close this was. Alexei Novikov in 8th on 33.3. Matthew Ragg 9th on 36.2. So the points overall now, this is really interesting. If they go on the tied second, which I think they will as of this point, that might change. Mitchell Hooper in the lead with 44.5 points. Tom Stoltman on second with 39. So Mitchell Hooper's got a 5.5 point lead going into the Atlas Stones. What that means as of now is that if Tom wins the Stones, which he most likely will, Mitchell Hooper only got to come the top 6 to win the World's Strongest Man. And this last year, Mitchell Hooper hasn't been outside the top 4 in any Atlas Stone run. So take from that what you will. I think even if they change the points around, I think Hooper has pretty much won the World's Strongest Man at this point. But it's not over till the fat lady sings, as they say. So, Mitchell Hooper, 44.5, Tom on 39, Alexei Novikov on 34, Evan Singleton on 33.5, Trey Mitchell on 31.5, Pavlo Kordiaka on 27.5, Brian Shaw on 22.5, Luke Stoltman on 18.5, and Matthew Ragg on 16.5. So, I mean, the points between the second place, I think first and second are pretty standard. I think it's going to be between Tom and Mitchell. I'm favouring Mitchell right now, just going off points. So I think it's going to be Mitchell Hooper first, Tom second. The third place, however, we've got half a point between Novikov and Singleton. And then 2 points behind is Trey Mitchell. Now, again, Trey's a brilliant stone lifter. I think Trey is going to be second on the stone run. So he's going to gain the points. I think it's going to be Mitchell Hooper first, Tom Stoltman second, and then Trey Mitchell is going to climb up to third place, and then it's going to be the Novikovs, the Singletons. So, yeah, Atlas Stones to go. This is going to be super duper exciting. I shall catch you in a second with the winner. See you in a minute. Right, I'm with Hooper now. He just came over for the Atlas Stones, mate. Just for me personally, I've got to eat my words. I've got to say well done. I've got to say I underestimated you. Many, probably all of social media underestimated you. I think you had 1 or 2 genuine people that believed in you. And I'm a believer now, man. Fucking well done. That was just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. You dominated, and I mean dominated that final. You're going to go away now. You told me you're going to come back and win some more titles. Going to go away and try and start a family. How does it all feel, man? How are you digesting this right now?
I'm not well. It'll be weeks. It'll be weeks. When I won the Arnold, I looked at the trophy on my desk 2 weeks later, and it's still trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah. So to be honest, it's going to take a long time. And in this sport, you never know when your last title is, because it's incredible competition. And while the points might say that I dominated, if you actually watch what's going on, it's a lot of effort, and sometimes it's split seconds. And to come out on top is amazing. And I don't take it for granted if this is the last time.
It's definitely not the last time for you. Is the plan to come back and win multiple World's Strongest Mans now? Because I know you were very on the fence at one point. Get in, get out. But what's the feelings now?
Oh, it's a bit hard to get away from it now, isn't it? It's a bit too much fun. So I'll be sticking around a little while. And look, my greater purpose in life is to promote health and to promote people being healthy. And one of the best ways for people to get out and get healthy is to participate in strongman. Because even if you're horribly out of shape, you can have really early success. And so if I can inspire some people at the local level to get involved in strongman, then that would mean the world to me.
Well, that's a beautiful message to give. And Hooper, big fat well done from me, and a massive well done from everyone watching this. Big love, man. I'll see you soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Right then, guys, that about wraps World's Strongest Man 2023. That was an exhilarating final. We just caught up with Hooper there. So relaxed, so dominant. He wants to come back and win more, and I think he can. I massively underestimated Hooper, as did many, many people. And I just think, the events weren't suited to him this year, and he still prevailed. So fair play. He came out and he worked hard, and and did the job. Tom Stoltman won the stones, all 5 and 33. Hooper was second, all 5 and 36. Trey Mitchell, all 5 and 45. So that goes to show how much Hooper's improved on his stones. He beat Trey and was only 3.5 seconds behind Tom Stoltman. That says a lot. It says a lot. It's not luck, is it, when you're doing those sort of performances on every single event. Alexei Novikov, fourth, and did 4 stones in 27. Evan Singleton, fifth, 5 stones, 4 stones in 28. Brian Shaw, 4 and 35. Pavlo Kordiaka, 4 and 45. Luke Stoltman, 4 and 48. And Matthew Ragg, 4 and 49. So the points overall, we haven't got the points, but I think Hooper won by a comfortable, I'm going to say, 4 points. Just a quick math there. I think Hooper won by about 4 points, which that's a big amount in the final. World's Strongest Man. 1 or 2 points is usually the case. 4 points, yeah, it's not luck, is it, when you're winning by 4 points? So fair play to Mitchell Hooper. Go check him out on social media. Go check him out on his YouTube. Give him a follow. I think he's the future of the sport, along with Tom Stoltman. I think there's a lot of battles between these two in the not so near future. So, right then, guys, I hope you enjoyed that little behind the scenes and a little catch up with the athletes and seeing little snippets of the competition. Sorry I can't give too much away, but don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Big love the beast. Take care.